The cabinet emphasized on its full support to President Mahmoud Abbas' speech at the General Assembly, considering it a comprehensive speech that listed the core elements of international law, United Nations resolutions protecting the Palestinian rights, and the Arab Peace Initiative. On that note, the cabinet stressed on that the Palestinian fundamental rights are not for sale, neither for compromise. Primarily the rights for self-determination and the establishment of an independent Palestinian state on the borders of 1967 with East Jerusalem as its capital, and the importance of finding a comprehensive solution for the refugee issue based on the General Assembly Resolution number 194. In addition to mobilize support to endorse the initiative of President Abbas to hold an international peace conference this year with the formation of a multilateral international mechanism to solve all permanent issues and restore hopes for peace. In addition, the cabinet welcomed the decision of the Group of 77, which represents 134 states, to elect President Abbas and the State of Palestine to chair the group meetings in 2019. The cabinet stressed that the Palestinian government will work with all members' delegations, partners, and the United Nations bodies to facilitate and achieve the objectives of the group. On a different note, the Prime Minister briefed the cabinet on the results of the AHLC meeting held in New York last week, which focused on building and strengthening the Palestinian economy based on strengthening the rule of law, enable government control in the so-called Area C, and the illegal blockade on Gaza, and facilitate the transfer and flow of goods between the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. In addition to facilitate exports, movements, and expand the fishing area in the Gaza Strip. Also to get access to implement projects in the field of solar energy, reduce dependence on donors' aid, and facilitate access to natural resources in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. In addition to carry investments in the industrial areas, and finally review the Paris Convention and tax systems on the Palestinian businesses. On the same note, the Council noted that despite the reduction of international aid to more than 60% and the Israeli illegal control of 65% of Palestinian tax revenues, the government were able to fully stretch its institutions over the past 5 years and maintain its responsibilities towards its citizens, reduce spending and fiscal deficit by 15% to reach 4% of the national GDP this year. In addition, the Council expressed its sincere gratitude to the European Union for providing 40 million euros worth of additional support to UNRWA to sustain the continuation of its services provided to the Palestinian refugees, especially in the education and healthcare sectors. On a different note, the Council rejects the threats made by Prime Minister of Israel Netanyahu regarding the deduction of the Palestinian tax revenues, in particular the allocated amounts to the Palestinian prisoners and the families of martyrs, whom are the most affected segment by the Israeli violations and war crimes. Finally, the cabinet condemns the Israeli violations against our citizens during the peaceful marches in the Gaza Strip, minutes after the closure of the General Assembly meetings, which resulted in the killing of 7 citizens and injuring 500. On that note, the cabinet called upon the international community to take its responsibility and provide our defenseless nation with international protection.